These days, anyone can practically become an internet celebrity. Thanks to video on demand and streaming sites like YouTube, you're just one click away to being a viral sensation with loads of brand partnerships.
I love this stuff because of the way it makes me money every time I say that.
But with great fame comes great risks too, especially when the fandom crosses the line. Let's investigate these 10 scary encounters YouTubers had with their fans. Hey, what's up, fact addicts? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Hey, I won't blame you if you think some of these encounters are made up for the sake of likes, but our top entry is a true cautionary tale of one fan's obsession gone too far.
Beck, you've got a stalker.
Number 10. Roman Atwood. American YouTube creator Roman Atwood has gained more than 15 million subs for his slice-of-life videos that featured his fam bam.
Brittany, will you go to the Logan vs. KSI boxing fight with me?
Yeah!
For 12 years, they've been consistently uploading on their channel, Roman Atwood Vlogs, until in January 2020, the family suddenly went MIA. Several theories surfaced and fans got seriously worried, but after a year in January of 2021, Roman uploaded his side of the story. He claims that some stalkers did all sorts of threatening antics targeting him and his family, such as putting bomb threats at the funeral of his mom, sneaking into their vehicles, and tinkering with the alarms and security cams in his house.
The only thing that we could do was like shut down and make sure our kids are safe and make sure like these people aren't coming into our house.
Even though the Atwoods frequently changed their numbers a couple of times, these obsessed fans turned stalkers became so intrusive that they had to go offline for almost a year just to settle their problems with the FBI's help.
Above and beyond like the harassment of like accounts and hacking and stalking, it was like death threats. Like he literally would say like, he threatened to like hang our whole family on crosses.
If you thought this was sick, our top pick will prove the dark obsession that sometimes can be fatal. Number 9. Reckful. Byron Bernstein, also known as Reckful, was a popular Twitch streamer who's considered one of the highest-ranking World of Warcraft players of all time. But despite his fame and fortune, Reckful has always been candid about his mental health struggles, which he suffered from since he was a kid.
I also often get the feeling of reliance on other people. I don't do well alone. And I'll be very overbearing for people sometimes because sometimes I feel like I just need someone to talk to. I can't be in my thoughts.
Sadly, in July of 2020, the esports champ was found dead in his Austin, Texas apartment at the age of 31. Along with his mental and emotional struggles was also the real threat of stalkers following him around. 3 years before his untimely death in 2017, while walking in a deserted street in Japan, Reckful noticed that he was being followed by a strange man wearing a surgical mask. And mind you, this was pre-coronavirus.
If he had turned to keep following me, I would have been creeped the f*** out.
But just as he thought he was out of the woods, the strange stalker circled back and followed him.
I'm running.
Man, you know me? Why did you do that?
Turns out the masked follower also had a friend with him, and they told Reckful that they were just huge fans and wanted to give their idol a little bit of a scare fest. If I were him, I would have given those creeps a serious beating. Number 8. Baug731. Online gamer Gary Bourgeois, otherwise known for his online handle Baug731, had the scare of his life in February of 2011 when one of his die-hard fans named Gerard wouldn't stop following him for a number of days despite him telling the man to leave him alone.
I don't want to be friends. There's nothing you can do to convince me.
But why?
Because you make me uncomfortable, because I don't want to be near you.
The stalker allegedly attempted to touch and harass him, and while Adam repeatedly asked him to stop, Gerard seemed unfazed.
Gerard, stay on the train. Stop following me. Sit down and stop following me.
Luckily on that day, a train superintendent stepped in to help the YouTuber.
Can you get him to stop following me, please?
Okay, somebody needs to get off the train and somebody sit down.
The officer led them both to separate train cars, but the stalker was persistent. After this incident, Adam alerted the police and the stalker finally got the hint.
Stop following
following me, okay?
Number 7, DomSoto. What would you do if you're alone in the house and this creepy masked guy suddenly pops out of nowhere?
What the heck?
In January of 2017, video game streamer DomSoto uploaded this video on his YouTube channel where he gets an unwanted guest early in the morning.
What the heck? Who is that? Who are you?
Can I come in?
No. Get off my property.
But I'm your biggest fan.
I don't care. Get off my property.
Whoa, Halloween sure came early. After being told off, instead of leaving, the masked intruder ran to the other side of Dom's property.
Who the hell is this guy? I'm calling the police, guys.
However, the jury's still out whether or not the video was actually real. Viewers clocked Dom's lame acting, and the streamer never made a follow-up on the incident. Number 6, Chili. For the uninitiated Gen Xers, we're not referring to 1/3 of the iconic girl group TLC. We're talking about Chili Jimenez, a popular American YouTube creator known for her wacky videos and previous collabs with ex-fiancé Super Mario Logan. As a way to say thank you to millions of subs, in April of 2018, Chili decided to hold an intimate fan meet at her own house. One of the lucky fans was this dude sporting an innocent Little Prince shirt and didn't really look like someone you'd suspect to have suspicious motives.
I'm nervous, by the way, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was really shaking.
But soon enough, Chili would realize why this fan seemed so edgy than usual. He had his eyes on Chili's purse all along.
Oh God, fat kid.
Wait, that's my purse. Tito, why would he close it? Tito, get him! Oh my God, are you serious?
Thankfully, the light-fingered fan was immediately tackled by his brother Tito, but the man quickly claimed that it was all a prank.
Why would you do that?
It's a prank.
It's not even April 4th.
It's an April 9th prank.
April 9th.
April 9th Fools. That's a thing in, like, Switzerland.
So just to cover all the bases, we did some Googling and nope, April 9th Fool's Day isn't a thing in Switzerland. Better luck next time, noob.
Seriously, what were you thinking?
Number 5, JayGames. On October 10th, 2016, YouTuber JayGames took a break from his usual gaming and prank videos to upload a video about his strange encounter with a real-life Pennywise. Like the opening scene from a 90s slasher movie, one day JayGames finds a mysterious envelope in his mailbox that had this ominous message. And things got even more sinister when Jay read the note inside.
Man, see you at 2.
So Jay did what any normal content creator would do in this situation, wait until the stalker came at 2.
Nothing. The letter was bullshit.
But as soon as he let his guard down, cue suspense music. Naturally, Jay inspects who made the loud noises, and lo and behold, amidst all the suspenseful musical scoring that would make Hans Zimmer shake, does he call the cops? Of course not. Instead, he provokes the clown stalker even more. This low-rent horror movie has a part 2. In the second installment, Jay turns the tables around and becomes the stalker. Still no 911 calls? No? Okay.
I wanna know why the they know where the I live, but this is their hangout.
When Jay discovers where the clown or clowns were hanging out in the middle of the woods, he puts his camera down to scour the area. And guess who sneaks up right behind him?
What the?
The clown character continued to appear a few more times in his videos, but Jay eventually moved on back to his gaming and prank vids. Whatever happened to the insane clown posse? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 4, NathanTubeYourLife. His YouTube bio says that he's an aspiring actor and TV celebrity, but with his fairly decent fame as a content creator, NathanTubeYourLife, or Nathan Chen in real life, already gained some freaky followers. In 2017, Nathan shared how he received a strange note on his door containing an unknown number. He said it wasn't the first time someone did it.
Call me, blah 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 blah, please Nathan. Biggest your fan or whatever.
You know what that sounds like? A brilliant content idea. So Nathan went ahead and actually called the number, because for someone who's creeped out by stalkers, he doesn't seem to mind sharing his personal number.
Oh, I'm outside of your house. I'm your biggest fan.
Dude, are you the one put the nose on my back door?
Yeah, I'm your biggest fan,
Wait, where are you?
I can't tell you that. I'm watching you right now.
While on the phone with the quote-unquote biggest fan, Nathan searched around to look for him.
Oh yeah, I'm at the tree right beside your room. Can you see me?
Dude, I cannot see you. Where are you?
Later on, Nathan said that the stalker must be someone riding a black car that looked him straight in the eye while he was on the phone.
Okay, thank you for your support anyway.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, talk to you later.
I don't know about you, but talk to you later is probably the last thing I tell my stalker.
Happy stalking.
Number 3, James' niece. Social media star James' niece has amassed almost 120,000 followers on Instagram, but little did he know one of those would turn out to be an insta-predator. In November of 2017, a mysterious man started sending creepy messages to James and his family, even going as far as to say that he'd take their son. A few days before, a man who introduced himself as Michael Dombrowski came to the house and claimed he was a friend of James.
He wasn't making any suggestions, he wasn't inviting him.
When the internet star's parents pieced it all together, they alerted the police of the stalker. James then lured Michael back to his home on November 7th, where the cops were already waiting for him. Turns out the man's real name was Michael Lieb, and he even took a 9-hour drive from his hometown in Plymouth in Michigan just to go to James's house in Pennsylvania. Number 2, Gavin Free and Meg Turney. Unless you are living under a rock, you've probably watched a video or two from the Slow-Mo Guys YouTube channel. Perhaps you're even part of their 14 million strong community. Two of the guys behind it, Gavin Free and Meg Turney, have also made quite a name for themselves individually on their Twitch and YouTube channels. But on January 26, 2018, the internet couple realized the dark side of their internet fame. On that day, Gavin and Meg called 911 while hiding inside a closet after an intruder broke into their house at 3 a.m. brandishing a .45 caliber gun. It soon became clear that the man who was identified as Christopher Giles intended to kill Gavin because he was crazy in love with Megan.
So the person who broke into our home left behind a series of notes that discussed, amongst other things, why he felt infatuated with me or connected to me.
Police caught the suspect leaving the couple's name and was about to accost him, but he shot at the officers and got killed when the police fought back.
When the scene was safe, they approached. They noticed the suspect was injured, and at that time EMS was called in. EMS immediately pronounced the suspect at the scene.
Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you don't miss any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on the notifications in your app settings. Number 1, Christina Grimmie. In perhaps one of the most tragic ends to a young, promising singer's life, Christina Grimmie was killed by one of her biggest fans at a concert in Orlando, Florida. Grimmie initially became viral for her cover of Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Afterward, she won 3rd place on The Voice and successfully launched her own music career. Before her scheduled Orlando concert on June 10, 2016, she posted a shout-out on social media.
Please come to the show if you live near Orlando, Florida.
That became the signal for a deranged fan named Kevin Loibel to drive 120 miles to come to Grimmie's show. During the post-concert meet and greet, while Grimmie was signing autographs, she saw Kevin and was about to give him a hug when he shot her 3 times at point-blank range before taking his own life.
The suspect traveled to Orlando apparently to commit this crime, and then had plans to travel back to where he came from.
Insiders say that Kevin became obsessed with Christina and thought that he could change the world by taking the up-and-coming singer's life. So, which of these crazy encounters freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments section below. Hey, take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? With great internet fame comes great responsibility. So check out these 8 influencers who ruin their careers so you won't be #canceled. Till then, stay alert, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.